largest cruiserweight, and you're watching and listening to Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm out.
What is up, heels and baby faces? Welcome to another episode of the Countdown City WrestleCast. I'm your host, JC. Joining me is that guy, Tommy.
Hello.
And of course, we got Big Mike.
What's up, guys? 2024. Let's get going. Boom.
Boom. Yeah, that's almost, no, not really, about a month and a half away from the halfway point of the year. So,
Already, jeez, always.
yeah.
Third of the way through or so.
At least, yeah.
Yep.
We are going to spend today talking about everything that went down at Under Siege, TNA Under Siege, WWE Backlash in France.
Le Backlash.
Not a bad crowd, actually. Yeah,
Not a bad crowd.
Jesus.
Jeez Louise.
That's the understatement.
Bro.
Angel.
Oh man.
Hey, Angel, how you doing?
I got stories to tell that in a way relate softball to wrestling about Backlash. We'll talk about that too. And then we're gonna take a look at what is going on this weekend in town. NostalgiaCon is finally here. Hybrid School of Wrestling's got 3 days of wrestling involved with that. And then of course BOW has their Hot Mess in May show on Saturday evening that Tommy will be at for sure. So,
Wait, was the softball crowd chatting something about phenomenal, like over and over and over later?
no, although there is apparently a girl on my daughter's softball team that does speak French, so she was somewhat translating this chance for us. But that's a story we'll get to with Backlash.
Okay.
First,
Cool.
any bit of wrestling news coming out right now?
There's some interesting things. I mean, not like huge news, but speaking of something kind of related to San Antonio and RCW, the embassy turned on Swerve tonight.
Yeah.
That included Khan, not the Tongaloa, Toa. Yeah, exactly. Crap, I gotta make it. But Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony turned on Swerve when Swerve brought him out.
Toa
thinking that
Leona. Jeez.
Totally, thank you, Jesus. I know I did the same thing.
Yeah.
Thinking they would help counteract Kill Switch and Nick Wayne. Yeah, and then they wound up turning on him, and then it made it look like the EVPs were behind it, the Bucks, and then Kenny Omega from his hospital bed made an announcement that there will be anarchy in the arena with the New Elite versus FTR. And if I've read this correctly, Team AEW of FTR and the Motor City Machine Guns, which is cool, but not exactly Team AEW. But it's still going to be fun.
It'd be more like Team AEW. But we hate the Young Bucks specifically.
Yes,
Yeah.
Team We Hate the Young Bucks would have been a far better name for that group.
No, but that was the case. They'd have to have Jim Cornette there.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll get it. Sorry, give me a quick moment because the door does not want to close this
You're
one. I
good.
need to fix that.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Oh yes, let's.
No, keep talking.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Bernsey, let's talk about this. We all had great photos in front of JP while he was stuck there after the match. But yes, he used specifically your photo, Bernsey, when he was like, "I hate the MPW crowd," and then some guy tried to get in my comments. I know he's joking around, but like, the JP fans will not stand for this. And I was like, "Nah, we liked it. It was fun."
The
GPS fans?
The JP fans would not stand for this. Okay, all two of you, you're welcome to be angry about this. He commented on mine. He said you some bitch because he spelled it SUMBETCH.
Well, that's yes, Angel. Why did you get a
just Photoshop yourself for the pictures we have. I'll be more than happy to donate. I got plenty. The one I have is one of many. Let me tell you.
And also shout out to our friend Angel. She's getting her own little show going, and she's got Izzy.
Oh,
so follow her socials. In the ring with Angel. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, let's move into Under Siege. Just kind of briefly going over a bit of results here.
I still don't want to believe that a chef on a boat took down Tommy Lee Jones. Is this not the right Under Siege? Are we?
No.
I wondered if that's where you were going when you started with Chef and when you count. I was like, okay, cool.
Again, suspend disbelief. But anyway, no.
Okay.
TNA Under Siege took place this past weekend. As far as title changes go, we did have one, and that was Masha Slamovich and Alicia Edwards defeating Spitfire to become the new TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships.
Yeah, they're kind of hot-shotting these belts a little bit.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm. We did get an appearance by Joe Hendry, because I believe in Joe Hendry.
Well,
oh
someone
my
said
God.
his name,
Yeah.
so he appeared. So.
I mean, that dude getting to I don't know if he wound up on the top in the end, but high up the UK charts.
He was number one.
He was number one.
Okay.
He
His
was
song was number one in the UK charts. Yes, so,
that was hilarious, and
yeah,
I loved my TikTok for you page for the last couple weeks because it's just random people would throw that in. I was like, all right, I like it.
Look, I'm gonna say this, that promo you sent to the group chat where he was apologizing.
Yes.
Promo of the year. That thing's gonna top that. I don't care what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre say the rest of the year.
Yeah,
no.
I'm sorry, guy. I was like, you're right. I apologize to everyone, but Joe Hendry just won for 2024, and it's not even close. I don't know.
Can we get you fired?
Yeah. Okay, so I played that promo for my wife. She doesn't watch Joe Hendry. But the second he played the apology song, she immediately recognized it. I was like, let me see if you can pick this out. She's like, oh my God. I was like, yep.
Because it's happened twice before.
The only time I can appreciate a good Creed song. So hey, what? I say?
Their first album and a half were great.
I sound like Kevin Hart on the roast of Tom Brady. What I say? I'm very interested to see how Ali and Ace Austin went down. And dare I say, PCO Jordan Grace, yes, they did win their intergender tag match.
Yeah.
That's like a dream mixed tag team, honestly. I'm surprised to say that. So, but another interesting result, that match that got added, Jonathan Gresham defeated Kushida. Which, by the way, we're going to see Jonathan Gresham here in a couple of weeks at RCW.
Not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. 2 weekends, you're right.
Yeah.
So, pretty cool stuff. Ash by Elegance defeated Havoc.
Boo.
Josh Alexander and Eric Young defeated Steve Macklin and Frankie Kazarian. And the System defeated Broken Matt Hardy, the Ball of Speed, Mike Bailey, and Trent the Seventh as they were introduced on the event. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but
I did. They all came out in his jacket.
That is their names as they were introduced at TNA Under Siege. Tommy, what's wrong?
Trent the Seventh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite is still Ball of Speed.
Ball of Speed almost makes too much sense. I can't even front. I can't pretend like that doesn't even make sense, but because it does.
So I just kind of want to see them in the back after the match. Like, oh, that was great. Let me get my jackets back. Do we have to? Or I don't want to do a British accent, but Trent Seven, do we have to give them back? Whoa, come on.
It's like, but they're so comfy and versatile.
Yes.
Feedback has been that it was a pretty good show, so I definitely wanted to check out. If you haven't gotten to see it, which I haven't myself either, if you subscribe to TNA Plus, you can go back and watch it. TNA Plus exclusive event. As far as how our picks went, I just realized I forgot to put that on the agenda, so let me tell you guys. Let's see here. Mike went 2 and 3, and then Tommy and I each went 4 and 1. So,
boo.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know. I got that many right.
Yep. Next event for TNA is Against All Odds on June 14th. That is another TNA Plus exclusive event that they got coming up. So,
cool.
All right. Now let's move on to WWE Backlash France. Let's just call it what it is. This is potentially the top international pay-per-view of the year at this point, because last year it was in Puerto Rico and this year it was in France, and I don't know which crowd was better because they were both freaking epic.
I mean,
Yeah.
call it 1A, 1B for different reasons.
Yeah.
But like this crowd was amazing. Like it's kind of magical when you don't get something very often. The enthusiasm you will put into it when you finally get something big like that. True for Puerto Rico last year.
Yeah.
True for France this year. I know they get like European tour house shows usually around this time, but to get this big of a PLE and then to just be like that all night.
Yeah.
And I was gonna give the edge to France because they got a noise complaint.
Yeah.
What?
So you didn't hear about that?
No.
Like
There was
everyone's Apple Watches were going off.
Yeah, they got a noise complaint because they were so damn loud in that freaking. But it was on SmackDown, I think. But they probably got one. They had to.
No, it happened during Backlash too.
Yeah, so they
Did
had a
not
noise complaint.
realize that there's a pay-per-view event going on there. People that live there. I mean, what
Triple H probably didn't give a damn. He said, "Pay the
No,
fine. Who gives a shit?"
It's not just that. Like people's phones, like their Apple Watches, were legitimately going off, warning them that the decibel level was exceeding. Like that, if they stayed in that too, like they were at a loud concert, basically.
Yeah.
That they stayed in there too long. That it could potentially damage their hearing. I don't think it was actual. Well, maybe it was. I don't know. I didn't think it was an actual like police thing. I heard it was like they were legitimately their phones going off, warning them that the decibel level was too high.
Oh, maybe you're right because I thought I heard like someone like actually had a noise complaint about it. I thought that's what I heard, but I could be wrong. So.
And I learned another thing about Apple Watches. I didn't know that it did that. So and my wife has one. So that's crazy.
Yeah, Angel said it best. That crowd was on fire. I think honestly that they edged out the Puerto Rico crowd just a little bit, only because because they actually made the hard cam shake. Like
yes.
So I was like I'm not trying to knock the Puerto Rico crowd because that crowd deserves another pay-per-view too. But
to be fair, Puerto Rico they use drones.
That's
I mean, just throwing that out there. I mean, it just that you can't hear that cam to shake, but. This was just wild, and I'm still. What do you guys think? Let's kind of go around. What was the best crowd moment of the whole night?
Oh
Jesus!
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, I don't know if there's one. There was for Orton, for Rhodes. Right off the bat, I'm thinking of like singing their theme songs loudly and beyond there.
Jey Uso.
Okay.
Yeah, when I saw it, I thought, okay, everyone's got their like maybe they give them a lamp or like flashlights or wristbands that light up or something, and then you go back and watch. It's like no, those were people's phones, flashlights, and in unison, it was like wow, that was insane. Yeah,
but also Naomi, because honestly, I know we've kind of joked about this, and it's kind of becoming an internet joke about Def Rebel and their themes, but I could not stand her N.A. Oh, like I'm like what? Like give it to the flow, like that. Like what happened to that? But they made this one, like they made it at least okay because like they gave her a good entrance that I think she needed because I kind of felt like for a while she came back with this big aplomb and then people were like meh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna bring this up.
Yeah, Angel, what just
well.
said. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Right, you got it.
But I love that all the chants in French for all the different things, but they will still sing "Hey Bailey" in English.
And the theme song's in English.
Yeah. But I just love that because I used to think that was just like an England thing because that happened over there. But I love that they do it in France too. And I shared a clip with Tommy earlier because it was like the day before when they were like having that big. Not really press conference, but like pep rally type thing on a big stage outside. A bunch of people came out and they were singing to her again. And it's funny the character changed too, because while she was heel for the longest time, when they would sing it to her, she would be like, "Whatever, stop singing to me, trying to be heel." And now that she's back, there's that funny picture of her closing Michael Cole's mouth to let them sing, and then she was just like, "Lions." That's right. The WWE Women's Champion is your girl. So that was like a cool, like to come back to that and admit it again after being healed for so long.
Yeah.
But no, they like I don't know if you could pick a best moment because they made everything.
Jey Uso is the one that stands out to me. Just the level of in unison. makes me wish Bray Wyatt was still with us because I would love to see his entrance and with that
Oh yeah,
crowd.
his
That
Fireflies
Lord
thing
knows
would have
what they
been
would have
insane.
done.
I
Yeah.
thought.
So,
Well,
as far as the show itself, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I will give. That's actually another thing that's a point for them. I've never heard a crowd sing Orton's theme song before until that. That was the
Yeah.
first.
And
Orton seemed surprised by that too.
Yeah,
That was-
and you could tell he was having the time of his life.
yeah.
He couldn't even hide it. He was like, "Yes, yes, my minions, feed me more." So, but honestly, I just like how hyped they got for a lot of like just like the stuff like you expect the crowd to get hyped for. Like when they announced the street fight, that was cool. And then when Jay did her crazy flip, and slam, what she did to Sky Blue before, but what she did to Curry Sane, both was pretty cool. Hey, Sean.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Tommy, I got to ask you this because we saw the debut of Tungaloa. And I'm part of he's mad at myself because it seems like every time WWE goes international, they debut a new member of the Bloodline.
Yes.
And I should have called this out last week. I'm just like, God damn it.
But I didn't know his contract was up. So
okay, yeah. So, do you think there's still going to be? I mean, obviously the Bloodline, but if it's just the two of them, do you think we see a Guerrillas of Destiny name officially as a tag team down the line?
It's possible, and I'll say for a couple of reasons. Hikuleo, I think still needs to make the jump over if he doesn't stay in New Japan for a while longer.
Well, he tweeted out the eye emojis after that, like apparently,
okay.
Look who's over there.
But they might, because this is like what they're doing in Stardom right now. They're reshuffling everyone to different factions. With Stardom, when Rossi got canned more essentially, and it's finally Marigold. A few people went with him. So they rearranged some of the people in different factions to move them around. So that same thing will probably happen here. So they'll probably, won't really use the Girls Destiny name anymore. New Japan won't. I mean, I think they have it for a couple of more matches because I think Hikuleo and El Phantasmo still use it because they were part of the faction. So they probably can't use it right away, but they can probably use it sooner or later. We'll see.
Sure. Your thoughts on his debut there in WWE, though?
I thought it was pretty cool. I want to see what he does with his brother in this setting. Now it's gonna be kind of different, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty cool. It's kind of old school Bullet Club to me in terms of interfering in matches and things like that. Yeah, that's probably going to happen. I mean, sooner or later. Someone said SummerSlam. I said, no, save it to Mania next year.
One of the best things I saw, though, and this might have even been before it was Tonga the show, because everyone thought it was going to be Jacob Fatu for one thing, was the big thing. But then now that makes 4 of them, and people are like, well, if it's Roman and the Usos, they're like, who's there for it? Then everyone's like, Sammy. Obviously, bring him back on that side, and I was like, that would be a really cool.
I'll put it a little bit further. You have, and I'll say it could be sooner than Mania. Think of this team. We said Jacob Fatu's rumored. You got Solo Sikoa, then you got Tama Tonga Tongaloa. On the other side, you would get Roman back. You probably have Jimmy and Jey Uso. Maybe The Rock could do this one too. What if that's in War Games? Bloodline Civil War Games?
But I don't know if Rock is on Roman's side. I don't know. I mean, I know like that's where it left, but I think everyone feels like Rock is turning on Roman and maybe behind what Solo's doing. So I don't know. R-Truth. Wow.
I mean,
I remember. I kind of missed it during the show, but I saw a clip later of like Jay getting ready for his match and like Solo and and Tama Tonga walking by, and Paul Heyman just And so someone said Paul is screaming for help right now.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
It's like blink twice, Paul. Yeah. So.
And Paul's like, how many times was that? I'm trying to get to 18. Please help me.
Am I allowed to blink my new tribal chief?
Yeah. Now, funny story of this is I was going to relate this a bit to softball. Well, we were at a tournament on Saturday. And after we have tournaments, usually with softball, you play a couple of pool games Then you're seeded into a bracket depending how you do, and then you play your bracket game whenever it comes around. So after our second pool game, which started around 11:15, it finished about 12:20, 12:30 or so, 12:20 actually. We were waiting for the bracket. Says, okay, we got a break. We don't play till about 3 o'clock. We usually set up a little campsite, get the girls some food, have some fruit, whatever, just kind of relax a bit. We get set up, and I check once, like, oh yeah, Backlash is on right now. And Adi's like, what? So she sits next to me, come here, and some of the other girls are there. What are y'all doing? It's like, we're watching wrestling. And immediately there's one girl who was like, what? And she ran right over. So I found out how many of Adi's teammates are wrestling fans. There's a good number of them, and even more afterward because we turned it on just in time to see Bailey's match. So
nice.
they were all obviously invested in this one. And God, I don't have the picture on my computer, but there's actually a picture of like me in my chair, eating a snack, Audie's there, and then all the girls like around watching my phone because we're watching Backlash at some point. So
we had such similar interest to softball girls.
Yeah, right. So it was pretty cool to see them getting all into it, the triple threat and everything. At that point, T and I walked to go get some food because the team was hosting and they were selling street tacos. So we went to go get some food for the kids. Myself and Tina came back and they were all just yelling at me, Bailey won. They were just telling me what happened in the match. And it was very cool to see a lot of 9 to 10-year-olds get excited about that. So
yeah,
pretty awesome stuff. But yeah, they were definitely invested in it and really enjoyed it. So
Pro wrestling really has come back to the mainstream and like more than people realize nowadays.
And it's all because of The Rock. The Rock and only The Rock. No one else. It's because of The Rock.
Oh my gosh! Companies like AEW, TNA, and GCW have.
No, don't mention them, Tommy. That's blasphemous. How dare you?
Later on, I should note when the women's tag team match came out and Bianca Belair came out, there's one girl on the team that has really, really long hair. And they were like, hey, I'm not going to say her name. Come over. She's got really long hair like you. What? She ran over to watch. And it was pretty cool. And they just, wait, does she hit him with the hair? I was like, yeah. So it was, it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool thing. So, So started among the parents, it started a discussion about all the wrestling we used to watch or still watch and everything like that. So it was pretty cool.
Angel, you need to go to a different school, clearly.
Yeah, seriously. It's time to change school.
Obviously. So, but yeah, that was a pretty cool thing. Match of the night. What match or moment kind of sticks out for you guys?
I mean, beyond the crowd, like that's another thing. Like every match, was just super solid. Like
I think this. I know this crowd because I know this because I said it to someone earlier. I'm sorry, Angel's comment.
I'm not going to
put
that
call it out
but,
like that too.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
sorry.
I was gonna say. The crowd took what would have been an okay show and made it phenomenal, for lack of a better word. So I don't know. I don't know
how to sing that song. Otherwise, I would have started the chant that every time they said phenomenal.
Yeah, same here. But I don't know. I think the street fight kind of stands out for me because of the chair spot. Because I'm a sick person. I love things like that.
It was just such a crazy way to start the show. Like you said, the cool thing with Orton and even KO, like being French Canadian, got a really good response.
Yeah.
And then with Orton, and then like the fight, and then like they go to the street fight, and you were like, crap, man, because.
Well, I like how they set that up too, because they really did have it set up like, and then all this comes out like, you know what? Fine. You guys want to fight? Then fight it out. It's a street fight now. Go for it. So.
Yeah. And then we didn't mention this, and I'm not calling it out, but I don't know if you've seen the other angle where Tongaloa almost messed up the
almost missed his cue.
Like
actually,
the ref pretty much pulled himself down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, good thing they didn't show that.
And you can see it on the replay. If you go back and watch it, because we had to go back and watch it later to catch the whole thing. When they replayed it right after the match, the slow-mo from the opposite angle, you see Tongaloa barely make it out in time. So I was like, eee.
The thing is, especially with the bloodline match, the minute they like tighten in on the ref who's right by the ropes, it's coming. So I figured in that moment, I didn't know who it was going to be. Like I didn't know it was going to be someone new. I was just like, oh, someone's getting pulled out.
Yeah.
And sure enough, then they show. I was like, oh, was like we're all not expecting him. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really did enjoy Cody and AJ Styles though.
Yeah.
This was honestly, it was like a dream match for so many reasons. I can't believe they'd never wrestled each other before. Thinking about all the times
I couldn't believe that either. I was like,
Yeah.
really?
But I thought it was really cool that AJ had gear made that had the similar look to when he wrestled Cody's father in TNA for the NWA.
Yeah.
Totally great story. The
I
fact
probably have
that
that match on DVD somewhere.
the crowd was basically chanting no or booing when they started pulling the French announcers table off, like not the French people. I thought that was so hilarious. But yeah, I mean that one they damn near went for almost 30 minutes, and it was great match, great finish, clean, like everything. It was just awesome, you know.
Yeah.
And so
I agree, but like I don't think there was a bad match.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like I don't know.
Like not everything was necessarily great, but there was nothing you're like, oh, I don't know, that was boring. Like it was just, and maybe maybe it's the crowd that don't you mean cheated to win with Dusty? Well, you know, yeah.
Well, I mean, this was AJ and TNA. What year was that? That was 2003.
That got to be. It was pretty early.
Yeah, I just looked it up. It was 2003. This was probably, what faction was he in? Probably Sports Entertainment Extreme at that point. He was a bad guy.
Yeah. Okay, Jason. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Oh yeah, that's
the. But say it in French. Say it in French, Jason.
Yeah, with your chest. It's thinking about that and like seeing that old footage. I'm like, man, how old is AJ Styles now? It's just how long has he been around to be able to wrestle Dusty Rhodes and Cody Rhodes
and
4 championships?
But like the longest time you thought of him as so young because he had a young look when he had the short hair for so long, and it's crazy.
All right. Well, how did we do on our picks? I will say Tez would be proud of us. We all went 5-0.
Wow.
Hey!
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know I went 5-0.
I remember thinking like it felt pretty predictable.
Yeah.
Damn, that crowd.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Tez, you would be proud. We all went 5-0. First time that's ever happened where we all had a perfect round. And yeah. So
we did it, guys. We did it.
Yeah. So that being said, I think we can all retire from picking. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, can we? Because I'm positive that'll never happen again. I've always joked if I ever get a show completely right, I'm never doing it again. So I'm never doing it again. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is accurate, but apparently it's we lest phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Probably much better when they say it, but
you're about as close to getting it right as I would be. So yeah.
I have to ask my brother-in-law. He speaks French.
Nice.
He's from Montreal originally.
Okay, nice.
Yep. All right. Well, on to our WrestleCast ratings here for Backlash. 0 to 5. Happy WrestleMania 17. 0 being December to Dismember. I am probably gonna give this a, oh man. I'm going to say a 4.75 for me. Just amazing crowd, amazing show. A few little things here and there, but it felt short, which is 5 matches, I guess. But I guess that's just how great it was, And the funny part is, I think I gave the same rating to Backlash last year, which is pretty cool. So, Mike, what's your rating for Backlash?
I'm going to give the matches a 4.5. And I'm going to give the crowd a 5.5. I think that's fair because, again, the matches were solid. It wasn't a bad match, but nothing that, like, I think you may remember match-wise years from now. But the crowd, we're going to be talking about this next year after WrestleMania.
Yeah.
When we're like, okay, there was Puerto Rico, there was France. What international Backlash are we having now? And will they be able to keep this streak going?
The Germans.
I kind of said after that show, like, man, American crowds, we suck.
No, someone literally. Oh, was it Cody crying or someone crying after a match, and they're like, and to think next week we have to go back to America and listen to what chants every show.
I saw that. I couldn't remember who it was.
I was like, yep, and I was like, exactly. That's what we're stuck with because
Tommy, what's your rating for Backlash?
4.75. A lot of the same reasons, but the crowd gets 7 stars. I'm breaking my rating. I'm kidding. But
it wasn't even at the Tokyo Dome.
I mean, that's just how good the crowd was, though, man. They were like, I think I would have given the show like a pretty high rating, definitely over a 4 anyway. But the crowd really is what made this a memorable show. Like you said, match wise, pretty standard stuff, but not bad by any means. Just standard stuff. But that crowd, man, they yeah, we gotta go international more often. Just go ahead and just go ahead and do that, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, sorry, American fans. I know we love it too, but France and Puerto Rico done put us to shame already. So.
Yeah.
Actually, so did the UK when they were in Money in the Bank. That shit was hilarious. I will never not laugh at the "if you hate Roman, stand up" chat because of his face when he started going, sit down, sit down.
European crowds chanting, especially England, puts our country chants to shame. Like,
well, they have a lot of practice at soccer matches. That's basically.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. The soccer chants is why.
Well, look, we can't get chants going at a football game or a baseball game. There's 182 or 62 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to get something better than defense.
Yeah, that's hard to compete when there are chants like, "What do we think of Tottenham? Shit! What do we think of shit? Tottenham? That's all right. We hate Tottenham.
Like
that's a big rival thing.
That's clever. No, I know, but what about like we lose every week?
Yes,
we lose every week. It's not a big like when they're losing. It's not a big deal. Like there's just tons of them. I wish Dakota would take advantage of saying the French fans are better than the American fans.
Yeah.
She should have. She really should have.
As far as our overall rating for Backlash, 4.67, 4 2/3 repeating, basically. So yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Like a Naked Gun movie.
Yes.
We never make it past playoffs.
Nope.
Nice.
Good stuff. All right. Well, we're gonna move on to what is happening this week here.
What's happening this week?
Well, starting with NostalgiaCon, guys. What's going on? We've
Yo!
been talking about it. Yeah.
It is here.
It's here. I'm gonna throw this graphic here up
Dear
again.
God, we're not ready. No.
Yes. Hybrid School of Wrestling, the Hybrid Experience will be at NostalgiaCon Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Matches have been announced, by the way. You can still get tickets. Use the code Legacy for 5% off, courtesy the Kansas City WrestleCast. Izzy Moreno will be signing autographs at the hybrid table both days.
Saturday and
Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday, right?
Yeah. So
Thunder will only be there. Yeah, here you go.
Yeah,
that's
Thunder's
changed. Only on Friday now.
Only on Friday.
There was a newer graphic. We forgot to upload it.
Yeah.
Can't confirm the rumors that the two of them couldn't be at the table together, so that's why days changed.
Mhm.
But Thunder will only be there Friday, and then Izzy will be there Saturday or Sunday.
Okay.
But signing autographs, taking pictures, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that stuff.
Nice.
Punching Roche Chanel. I mean, sorry, that's personal.
Another legacy event. Hey, look at this guy up here. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Look at that guy.
So we mentioned that Hybrid's going to be there as part of NostalgiaCon, and this, of course, is at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center.
Yeah.
We have a list of matches, and unless more have been added than the ones that I set up last.
As far as I know, it's these.
Yeah.
Nothing I've seen so far is different than what we have already.
So starting on Friday, we have Paco Ortega versus Jesse James. We have Casey Blackrose versus Animo, and we have one that actually does have some title implications.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is the which title is it again?
RCW Future Legends Championship. The Devin Carter, that's his title.
Yeah.
Defending against Don Fernando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and for those of you who don't know, who haven't seen Pac Ortega, because he has not been at, I don't know if he's been at RCW ever. I think he's been in hybrid
he's been a hybrid once. So far.
But he's a solid wrestler. He's been at United 210 several times. And where else did I see him? I saw him in another place, but he's a solid talent. He can go. Jesse's going to have his hand full there. Casey versus Animo. I don't know. I feel like Casey's going to be healing it up a little bit because Animo is such a natural baby face.
Yeah.
And, Casey, used to be pretty heelish. I feel like he's going to try a few different versions of backbreakers on him.
It's going to be – conventions are interesting because it's going to be a different kind of crowd for sure. It's not your dedicated wrestling crowd.
Right.
You're going to get – let's be honest, sometimes people might just heckle it a bit. But it'll be just people enjoy it and have a good time with it. But it's always interesting to see what kind of response you can get from the crowd, who's going to be walking by and then stop and want to watch for a bit and things like that. Do we know what time they're going on Friday? These matches are happening.
Yeah. Did you have it, Tommy? I know you mentioned it before we had gone on.
Yeah.
So for what I have, unless something changes, the first series of matches starts at 1 on Friday, and then the next one starts at 4.
Okay, so it's possible they kind of split this up. Like we might get a match or two here, maybe some other student matches. You thinking?
Maybe,
I'm wondering if they
or
sprinkle those in.
I feel like maybe the first 2 matches will be in the first time slot, and maybe the title match will be given more time.
Yeah.
Later one, possibly something like that, maybe.
Okay.
We don't know. And again, they could throw in student matches, but I mean, these were announced, so I kind of feel like they'll be sticking to these matches. We'll see.
Okay. On to Saturday. 4 matches have been announced. Key Fives, Izzy Moreno and Gia Michelle versus Really Thorn, Hysteria, and Calientita.
Yeah.
One that I'm keenly interested in here, Texas Kingdom versus Texas Treats.
Yeah. The battle for Texas.
Yeah.
Texas.
K-Jax versus Brandon Weiss. And then Living in Fashion versus Rilo King and Jay Young.
Yeah, Living in Fashion are the hybrid tag champions, but I don't think that is a title match.
Yeah,
unless they change it.
I mean, unless they change it or announce it the day of.
Yeah, could very well happen, right? So, now Izzy Moreno, of course, will be there for that match. I assume is that going on at 1 o'clock, or have they set a time for that one as well, Tommy?
I don't
think the time. Yeah, they haven't said the times for when each match is taking place, but the times for those matches on Saturdays are 10:30 is the first one, and then the 11:45 to about maybe 12:30 ish is in that time frame. Excuse me, I don't know what just happened.
So kind of like lunchtime ish kind of thing, basically.
Yeah.
For that, okay. So, all right. And then Sunday, it's Devin Carter versus Diego Rene versus Brandon Weiss.
And that is also an RCW title match for Diego's international title.
Yep.
So there's a chance Devin Carter comes out as a double champion, basically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Which would be hilarious.
Yeah. He actually he was on our friend's Talk and Listening this past week, and he actually I think has like 4 belts right now. Because he's RCW's future legend.
Right.
He is Hybrid's Rising Star.
That's right. He is the Rising Star.
He is and then he is tag champions at Hybrid and at United.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
Devin 4 belts.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Possibly 5.
Yeah.
Yep.
Devin
start calling him the belt collector too.
Just call him Devin Cinco.
Nice.
We also got Don Juan versus Yoshi Bell.
Oh god, Don Juan by himself at a con.
Yeah.
It's gonna be too much fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. It's like, oh my god, everyone's gonna be a nerd. We are nerds, but
Casey Black Rose versus Funaki.
No. This is not Sho Funaki.
Right. I want to reiterate that it's not Sho Funaki, but
it is his son making his wrestling debut.
Oh, sorry. Show and tell. It was a joke.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm kidding. No, I saw the. I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Sorry.
A little bit.
I really how old is his son? First of all,
I don't know.
I want to say maybe between 18 and 20. I don't know.
Yeah,
wow.
He's young.
Yeah, he's a cool dude though. Every time I see him, he's
always at Hybrid. Like he's been working there, but this is his official kind of match debut for Hybrid. So good luck with Casey. Hope your back is good and strong.
Yeah,
he's gonna get the work put in, but I don't know what it was. Maybe because I'm thinking Funaki's been around so long, I thought he would have had an older son by now. But wow, it's crazy.
He seems young. I don't know. Maybe he's in his early 20s. He just looks young, or mid 20s. But I mean, he can't be much older than that, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because when I saw the graphic and the picture was kind of black and white, I'm like, are they using a picture of like a young Funaki for this, or is this what it was? I just couldn't tell, So yeah. Then also Troy Markham versus David Kidd is the other match being added for Sunday. So is Sunday time frame also 10:30 to 45, or what kind of time frame they give for that one?
The first set is set for 10:30, and the second set is set for 3:30 on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one
That'd be
kind of at the end of that Sunday, almost.
Yeah, because they got
Closing things
got
out.
a few things going on, like some cosplay contests, a
Yeah.
couple of panels, a Tekken tournament, this classified panel, that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Tekken 8. Check out that tournament. All right.
I would jump in, but I need to practice at Tekken. I'm not. I used to be
would
good.
get slaughtered.
Yeah, I used to be good at Tekken, but I haven't played in years. And oh no, I know I would get murdered if I tried to join the tournament now. I would not be okay. So
Whatever. Just let me play Eddie Gordo in Button Mash. All right.
Well, to be fair, they've actually found that out online. You can just mash 3 left kick button with Eddie and do a whole lot of moves in Tekken 8. Something people are complaining about, but it's like, hey, if you know what to block, it's not a big deal. So yeah.
Well, I mean, people were complaining about Tekken. It's like, oh no, that means you had to have been used to that. So get over it, dude. That's just how Eddie was built, and why should it change now?
I'm a gamer. I'm a Tekken player, but my character's not in Tekken 8 yet, so I'm not going to touch it till my character.
For the record, I love how insane the story of Tekken has gotten. By the way, it's gotten so much crazier than where it started, and I love it.
Yeah, so for sure.
I know I plan to be there unless things change at the L-Town Throwdown. We mentioned 2 hybrid shows this month. It's only about 20 minutes from us.
Why did I feel like something else planned that?
I don't know. I know Adi has a tournament that day, so I don't even know if that's possible for us to go to Lido for that.
You know how I know she had a tournament that day?
Why?
Because it's a weekend that ends in Y.
That's right.
I think I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that. I feel like there's something else happening that day, and I can't remember what it is.
Wow, they're going to be really upset in Lido, man.
Yeah, because I'm so missed and beloved in Lido.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
All right. Well, that is what's going on down at Hybrid Experience at NostalgiaCon. Again, Friday, Saturday, Sunday at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. Check it out. Have a good time. Just quickly, I know we're going to talk in a second about BOW. Also upcoming on the local front, United 210 has a show May 17th. Actually ran into Stud Stash when I went to pick up my kids. I meet up with my wife or something real quick after she got out of work, and he's excited about the show coming up. Didn't give me a whole lot of details, but they got a lot of good stuff in the works, and he's pretty excited about it.
They've got some pretty fun stuff here.
He himself is actually going to be wrestling soon in McAllen. I don't remember if it was this coming weekend or something, or
was it the show this past weekend with Thunder Rosa and Jay Alexander and Rashay?
That might have been it. Yeah,
Danny. What was his name? I know we used to see him wrestle right before Juicy. What was his name? I think he was teaming with Thunder. Danny Ramone.
That was it actually. Yeah, because I did see him on Thursday. So
crazy
stuff, huh? Let's see here. So they got that coming up. Of course, the 18th Hybrid Experience is in Lytle.
That's what it is. Okay, I just remember what it was. Angel, thank you so much. May 18th, NWA is having a show in the DFW area.
You gonna make that?
I'm thinking about it. I'm literally waiting to see how this weekend plays out before I decide anything that happens going forward. So
that's fair. It's a busy weekend,
and the only reason I've been going is because I know my friend Soda Pop is wrestling on the show.
Yeah.
And because when I saw Joe Galley at RCW, he said specifically he'd be there and hope I try to make it. So I might try to make that show. I'm going to see.
But also, if Tommy spends all his monthly money on anime stuff at the con this weekend,
which is exactly why I said, let me see.
I know.
Dude, you are not lying at all.
No, I remember last summer. Like I remember the day when your wife was there and came up with like this bag of like all kinds of stuff between you two. I was like, oh.
And think of this, but here's what's funny. That's just what she bought.
Yeah.
Did you see what I bought the next day?
I know you bought a replica sword.
And that's why I want to be at the con on Sunday when the deals are going on, dude. Yeah. We were real quick before we go on. When we were in Corpus for CadaverCon last year,
we
were right across from like one of the replica sword vendors. I had to fight everything I had to go buy a whole bunch of crap. I heard him say he was having on special, and I was like, I can't justify this, or can I? So but yeah, this weekend all bets may be off. We'll see what happens.
Want to also point out what else is coming up. So Hybrid has that on the 25th of May. They have their Hybrid Experience show back at the Hybrid School of Wrestling. RCW, they've already announced, of course, Memorial Day Miracle on the 26th of May. They've also announced their next two shows after that, Sunday, June 16th and Sunday, July 21st, all at Good Shepherd Lutheran.
Yeah, June
course,
16th is literally called the Father's Day Rumble or something, or Father's Day. So, hey, cons and wrestling shows, can we stop having shows on holidays specifically, like for parents and people? Because it really complicates things.
It can be, yeah. So
I might be able to go to the Father's Day one just because I don't usually see my dad till later on in the evening anyway, so I might have to leave early.
Yeah.
Fair.
All right. Well, Tommy, this is the part where you kind of take over and talk a little bit because BOW has Hot Mess in May coming up Saturday evening.
Yeah.
What is on the lineup for this one?
Well, first of all, it'll be the day after my birthday, so come hang out with me to celebrate my birthday the day after. And for starters, I'm going to start with one correction on the card, which that was probably out. James Claxton, unfortunately, will not be able to make it. So the Vaziri Hassan will be taking on James Derrick at the show. Everything else so far is still on tap. So we have T.Y. Shane versus Lawrence Patello. We have Clinically Hit defending the BOW Trios Championship against Jeff Gann, DJ Taylor, and I think someone new because I know Derek James will be in that match. He was originally scheduled for that match. I can't remember who's replacing him. Let me see if I can find it while we're talking. But also, JL, who is a frenemy of the show, is defending her belt in the triple threat match against Morgan Mercy and Shay Carmichael. And another triple threat match, Drew Dredd is defending the Cruiserweight title against Dill Dempsey and Corvus. Culture Shock is putting the tag titles on the line, the men's tag title, I should say, against the City Boys. Dolls of Darkness, who are the newly created BOW women's tag champs, are defending against Queen's Revenge, which is Casey Warfield and Razor Clark. I had to say the names because Razor Clark will beat me up. And in our main event, which this might be a banger. Chase Owens is defending his belt, the BOW Heavyweight Championship, in a triple threat match against Brick Savage and Alexander Crowley, who is also mad at me because I got a picture with Lilith. So I don't even know why he got mad at me for that. It's not like I've never gotten a picture with him before. Anyway, so yeah. So that is what's on tap. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what the status of the 6-man tag team titles yet. I think they're still supposed to be there, but I don't know what if their match is going to be replaced or not yet. Since James Derrick will face Hassan, but we'll see at the show. As you all know, cards subject to change, and thank God. Q cards come in numerous packs because I need to go buy some more. So, yeah, I thank God I found the ones I had left over from the last show, so that way I don't have too much to rewrite. But I do have to rewrite some stuff, and so. And I told everybody this as I was planning for. It's like, oh man, Saturday's gonna be a long ass day, isn't it? So actually, I can't even lie. I'm glad I don't have any panels on Sunday because Saturday is gonna just run me ragged. I might get
that. Sure. Yeah.
Sunday, I can't lie, Mike. Sunday, I might get there late, dude, because I might be so tired.
That's fine, dude. We're just gonna be at the table on Sunday. Like, take whatever. It's cool. Yeah. Subscribe, please. Follow our socials.
Say, hey, can I have this taken?
Have a good time.
Subscribe and don't. Who cares?
I'm still getting Hot Mess in May, Saturday, May 11th, 7 p.m. Central Time at Woodlawn Gym. Doors opening at 6 o'clock.
Look, honestly, you can take stuff off the table. We don't even care at this point.
Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you guys, but we do have like a video sharing subscription now.
Oh.
I've heard that, but go for it.
It's I forget because like we had it through one and then they closed. See if I can find it real quick.
Where can we watch Branded Outlaw Wrestling.
Yeah. I can't find it, but
no.
yeah, but yeah, if we were streaming, believe you me, I'd probably do a lot more stuff just to see how much trouble we could get into. So
well, if you're not already, I'd say go follow BOW on its socials. Go follow the Insta, follow the Twitter as we do. And I'm pretty sure they're on Facebook too.
We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We post every now and then. Clint will post recent matches. He'll post older matches. He posted the classic one not so long ago between Massive and T-Ray, and everything like that. So we're still going pretty good. I always laugh because I really enjoy like that. The crowd almost feels like they pull a me, is like they show up late because maybe it's just weird because I'm always early. So
yeah, no, that's just because you actually show up on time at BOW.
No, I'm saying when the show starts, it feels like there's not as many people. Then we get to the like intermission, it's like suddenly like where did all y'all come from? So
like when we're at hybrid shows, I'm sitting there like they have to like start the matches 10 minutes late because Tommy isn't there yet.
Okay, that is not remotely true. Stop telling you that.
Jason, if you're still in there, how many times at the last hybrid shows have they be like, we're going to start at 7:10? Who walks in at 7:09? Tommy.
That doesn't mean it's my fault.
It's Marvel. I'm pretty sure it's for you.
Yeah.
So.
Look, just because he lets me into the school every now and again doesn't mean Jason, damn, wow. Ep2. Okay. But yeah, anyway, that's what's on tap. Well, here's what I say about BOW shows. I feel like what we do as a company, actually, no, I can't confirm the last show was really running late because I couldn't believe I was there already and the show hadn't started yet. I can't confirm that. But what I say about BOW is we just have a really fun show because this is where everyone gets to I feel like we're like Switzerland. We don't have no real ties to anybody else. Everybody just come in and just have fun. So
yeah,
and with all the belts we have right now, which are a lot of fun, by the way. I'm enjoying it. Like when we had the women's tag title at the last show, I was like, this is gonna be fun. I like that. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, let's move on to our 1 minute warning segment here.
Warning.
Yeah. Mike, you got something this week?
Well, go ahead and put the timer away because it's going to be a little longer than a minute. And it's actually not going to be about me or anything. Tommy, earlier you mentioned that at the BOW show, it's a day after your birthday, which means Friday, May 10th is your birthday.
Yeah.
Well, we have a couple things to share with you. The first one is courtesy of the WrestleCast. Nope, let me sure you got the right one. So I'm going to share my screen, hopefully. Can we see this?
Once you bring it up, yeah.
Not yet, I can't.
Y'all can't see it yet?
Go ahead, you have to I'll add it, hang on.
Oh, there it is. What the hell?
All right, so this is from the WrestleCast. This is short.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Hey Tommy, it's top tier Jasmine Allure, and I just want to wish you a very special happy birthday from your favorite wrestler. And a special shout out to WrestleCast for getting this cameo for you. I hope you have an amazing day. Hope all your wishes come true. Hope you get to spend it with your favorite friends and all your loved ones. And have a top tier amazing time. See you soon.
Hey.
Oh, why was that nice? What the hell? I can't even
be mad at her. She look, I'm gonna say this, following her on Instagram, all that she's doing right now, she's fucking killing it, dude.
She is, but now I can't be mad at. I can't say anything mean to that.
Okay,
she's nice. See, she's nice.
I am not sure she realized who we were. She may be so busy she didn't realize.
I'm sure she
it
knew.
was you because
she realized later. What the hell?
I was really expecting, like at the very last minute,
a
little jab. So shout out to that.
Yeah.
Now that was from the WrestleCast. Michael May also wanted to give you a cameo, and you know who it's from. However, and I'm not judging people because I think there may be a frenemy things brewing here with you two guys. Because let me just say, it did not have to be this long. And also, there may have been some misinterpreted information.
Oh no.
But just so you know, this is from Michael May, and it's supposed to be for your birthday. But let me make sure I have the right one. So pull it up, JC, for me.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
I knew it.
Hi, Tommy. It's the spiciest chica, calientita. And I heard it's your birthday today. Yay! Yay! And I just wanted to let you know that you are a great person. I enjoy your voice so much at wrestling shows. I do. I love it more when you're not there, but we're supposed to be nice here. But I love hearing that really loud, what's the word? In your face voice that I hear all the freaking time. And I love that you're always front row too. Makes my life so much better. I know me and Big Mike recently made a truce. And you shouldn't even trust me, but we made a truce. Maybe one day you and me could like be friends, but like I also don't see that happening at all. Also, how old are you turning? Is today your 60th birthday? Who knew you'd make it that far, Tommy? Look at you go. 60 years old. 60. And you're still like at wrestling shows. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. But of course, like, happy birthday and enjoy your day. Like, totally don't have a really, really, really bad day, you know, with like just unfortunate stuff happening to you. Like, I definitely don't want that to happen. Gosh, this is really hard. Oh my gosh. You know what, Tommy? I can't say it because I have to be nice to you. Because my friend Mike told me to. And Mike is cool. You're not cool, but Mike is cool. You know, I have to be nice to you for your freaking birthday. Is your birthday on Cinco de Mayo? That was such a good day. You ruined Cinco de Mayo. But I'm just kidding, Tommy. I'm just kidding. Such a great day for such a great person. Whew. Anyways, what are you doing for your 60th birthday? Are you even allowed to like eat cake or celebrate? Like, do you have friends to celebrate with? Like, can people stand to be around you? I mean, do people enjoy your company, Tommy? God. It's an honest question. It's an honest question. Thankfully, I mean, I don't see you till next weekend, so hopefully we never, ever talk about this video being made. Oh my gosh, I knew I felt sick this morning.
Yeah, no one's gonna see this. Don't worry.
But it's just you and your birthday, Tommy. It's just you and your birthday. There shall never be any mention of this. Or else, Twitter. Tommy. Okay? You are lucky Big Mike requested this for you. Because I would have never said any of it. Ever. But you already know that. Anyway, 60-year-old Tommy, I hope you enjoy your birthday with your no friends, your no family, and hopefully you have a cake, a really, really yummy cake, and it just spills and falls over and you have nothing to eat. Gosh, I'm such a good person. It sounds like a really, really good birthday. For you. For you. Now, I shall get back to my life. You know, my actual life with like friends and family and like food that doesn't spill over. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to that. And you, not even a happy birthday. Have a good Cinco de Mayo, Tommy. Because that's who this day belongs to, not you. Not you, Tommy. That's so nice. I think this is exactly what Mike wanted. Yeah, this is exactly what Mike requested. Yeah. All right, anyways, I'm done. Bye.
Okay, I take it back, Joe Hendry. That was the promo of the year. Ain't nothing fucking topping that. I mean, I'm just, yeah. So
Okay. As I told you, there may have been some misinterpretation of information.
yeah,
For everyone to know, that is 100% from Michael May. He requested and paid for that. And I think he did it last Sunday, which may have been the confusion in the date of Tommy's birth. However, I have to say, because I felt the same way, and I know she said, Tommy, let's never talk about this, but that is the greatest cameo I have ever seen anyone receive. There is a thin line between love and hate, and she didn't have to go 5 minutes for you. I don't know. I think there's a frenemies brewing here because she gave you a lot of attention and had a lot of things to say about you.
mm-hmm.
JC.
I mean, maybe by the time Tommy turns 65, there'll be a friendship or something. I don't know.
JC, turn the timer on. I got a 1 minute warning.
Hold on a second, Mike. Is that all of them?
Yeah, it was just those two.
Just those two. Okay.
So just a couple things before we let Tommy go.
Oh my gosh. All right.
I hate everything.
Okay. Well, you ready, Tommy?
Yep.
All right. Ready, set, and go.
First of all, you jackass, I'm 36. I meant Kali, not
Okay.
you, Mike, not you, JC. When I'm saying that jackass, I'm 36. Like LeBron in that one video RDC World 1 did for him about 5 years ago. God, that was a long time ago. Anyway, I'm 36. First of all, I'm not 60. Secondly, I have friends. You know, these two count. And also, woman, my vengeance will be swift and terrible. Oh, you're gonna get it now. You thought I was bad before. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I don't know why you're angry, Tommy.
I don't know why you're angry either. She has a nice birthday message.
This war has only just, and I literally mean just begun.
She took 5 minutes out of her day.
Yeah.
To make that, like, and no disrespect to Jasmine, she made a nice little message in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Allie took time for you.
You know what, Mike?
Tommy?
I think I have an answer to all of our scenarios. If Jasmine and Kali are fighting each other, I'm bringing the Jasmine side. I don't care anymore. I don't care. It's not personal. It's
Angel Blue versus
on, you little
Calientito.
spicy jackass. It's on.
Angel Blue versus Calientito. Who you picking?
Angel Blue.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
first of all, Angels earned the right to hate me. This is years in the making. Me and Callie, it's only been about a year. Jason, shut up.
Maybe it feels like 8 years.
Jason, I agree. When Mike sent me that, and look, I hope I have not broken our truce, because she did say she hopes this never sees the light of day. But
Well,
Callie,
technically, she was talking to the wrong mic, so you know.
Yeah.
there was there was some misinterpretation, miscommunication apparently. But again, once more, shout out to Michael May. He did get that for you. But after I saw that could not be. You could not hide that light under a bushel basket, if you will. That needed to see the light of day. You needed to see that, and you needed to get that heartwarming message here on the show.
Oh, it's on. Oh, it is on. Oh, she had.
Oh,
She has started a war.
Nah.
Oh, it's on.
That was a very nice message. So
Hot take. I'm gonna go on a limb and say in 1 year, we're gonna see Tommy and Callie bestie shirts.
For Tommy's 61st birthday, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Also, there is a scenario in the multiverse where rivals become friends. It happened with Gia and Key. So I'm just saying, maybe by next year, spicy BFFs. All right?
Could happen.
You never know.
Yeah.
Maybe the Cholas turn on Callie and someone with a good heart like Izzy says, you know what? I know we've had our differences, but that's not fair. I got your back. And we got Tommy's back.
This is my substitute because I don't have a cat to sit. I sit in the dark and evilly plan my revenge.
I don't know what else there is to go. So yeah, that was it. Happy birthday soon, Tommy. On Friday.
Yeah, Friday for sure.
I will have my.
I hope she's there on Friday, even though she doesn't have a match.
I'm sure she'll be there.
I really hope you get to see her.
Well, I have to follow that shit. Great. So I guess for mine, I'm gonna say this. You know, France, amazing crowd. These international pay-per-views have been great. Just to be honest with you, Saudi Arabia can't touch any of these crowds, and that's where King of the Queen of the Ring is going. But I had a memory pop up for me a year ago. Backlash was in Puerto Rico, and of course that entrance that Bad Bunny made still resonates. That has been my daughter's walk-up song when she goes to bat for a year, ever since that pay-per-view. She's changed her walk-up song to Chambea by Bad Bunny. She's been using that ever since. But I'm going to say what I said a year ago after Backlash, and that it still needs to happen. Because, yes, WrestleMania was announced for Easter weekend in Las Vegas. The Royal Rumble needs to be in Puerto Rico once. And then take it to France the next year. Because these crowds are nuts. They're nuts. They're insane. They're into it. Can you imagine all the chants, all the hype that crowd gave last year in Puerto Rico at a Rumble? Can you imagine all the chants, the phone flashlights, all the hype from French fans at a Royal Rumble? Obviously, Backlash is turning into it seems like a tryout for these international things. But until you pull the trigger, Triple H, Paul Levesque, whoever's in charge for booking this stuff, you're never going to really get that opportunity. The Puerto Rican crowd deserved it last year, didn't get it. I really do hope they get it this year. Something a little different. I mean, face it, WrestleMania is on Easter weekend this year in Vegas, for crying out loud. So,
just blasphemy on several levels.
Yeah, but this definitely, I still think Puerto Rico deserves out of the Rumble. I think it would be awesome. Would love to see all those entrances with drone shots. Just needs to happen for sure.
So I hate to undercut that with potentially bad news,
What's
but
that?
I don't know if you saw this report that apparently Saudi Arabia wants to redo a little bit of their deal with WWE to include a major PLE like Mania or the Rumble.
Oh my
Give 'em-
God.
So
well, Vince ain't in charge. I don't know. Let's see.
Right, but Nick Khan, and that's money. So,
But
Give 'em
Nick
Money in
Khan
the
ain't
Bank.
really in charge anymore.
I mean, Money in the Bank's a major pay-per-view now. You might as well give them that. I mean, I could.
Or SummerSlam,
Yeah, maybe.
Survivor Series.
Do you really want War Games in Saudi Arabia?
No,
Sorry.
Sorry, I didn't think that one through. That's on me.
no, that's okay. It's Okay, so then let's add one more piece of news we missed on a little better note. Shout out to Ren Sinclair, who made the top 12 of NXT Women's Combine. So she will be put into a singles match to then determine what 6 people go to the ladder match for the belt. So that's much better news to end on than that story. But I did want to mention that because I did see that pop up on a few things. No, we agree.
I agree with
I
that.
agree, and
Yeah.
First, Mania in the middle of the day. Sure, that would be cool, but not in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if that would just go over well. It's a spectacle. It's a spectacle of an event, and I don't know if they're prepared for that.
Do you have to re-sign Mansoor to finish his story, or how would that work?
I don't know.
Dude, he's already donating a lot of time to soft ground wrestling.
No, I know. Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you guys have never checked out some of their footage,
no, I have.
It's fantastic.
Dude,
I hope more people go there. Like seriously,
They are taking some bumps on that.
They are, dude.
That not soft ground.
Yeah,
No,
like,
yeah.
but the fact that they did that is just so cool. I'm gonna talk more about that one day. But yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, apparently recently Mansoor's mother
Yeah,
or someone like just bought them a van so they can
so they can.
go tour, and then someone's working on getting them the ring over there too. So
I think it's Osprey.
yeah, maybe.
I know because I know he said he wants to go. He said I don't know when, but I'm coming.
Right.
I know he said that.
So that's really cool.
All right. Well, again, this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday is NostalgiaCon. Hybrid School of Wrestling will be there with some slated matches. Saturday night, BOW Hot Mess in May at 7 p.m. Central Time at the Woodlawn Gym. Doors opening at 6.
Oh well, then I stand corrected.
Okay. Next week we'll recap the shows at NostalgiaCon and how BOW went. So got like a recap.
And potentially, we may be having some people on. We got to start looking forward to Summer Lovin' in June.
Yep.
MPW. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, we'll get some people in the next couple weeks.
Reaching out, you just never know. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us on this week's episode of the WrestleCast. Special shout out to Jasmine Allure and Calientita for their heartfelt birthday messages for Tommy. You can't argue with that, Tommy. They were pretty heartfelt.
Jasmine, I'll admit, Jasmine's cool right now. Kylie, it's on. It's on.
I'm going to throw those in the general chat for everyone to see.
Please do. I got to post those on his actual birthday. Yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody for joining us. We do appreciate it. Thanks for chatting along with us. Over here, we got Tommy.
Thanks, guys.
We got Mike.
Thanks, guys. Be good to each other.
And I'm JC. And as always, heels and baby faces, remember, pro wrestling is real.
People are fake.
Reach for the sky, boy. Bang.
Adios, Gunther.
See you next week.